The great Eminem once asked, if you could capture everything you ever wanted in one moment, would you capture it or let it slip? So, he said it a little better than I could, obviously, but I'm not a famous 2000s rapper, so, win where you can. Almost anyone would say they would capture it, obviously. After all, the American dream is based around the idea of capturing what you want, taking the bull by the horns, seizing the day, all that jazz. But the honest truth is, most people would let it slip. They would indeed let it slip away, leaving them with nothing but regrets and bitter images in their mind of what could have been, which is really the curse of people who miss their moment. But why is that? The problem most people have is they are simply not ready for that moment when an opportunity of a lifetime comes. The way to capture the dream is preparation. A saying I heard everywhere growing up is, success is what happens when preparation and opportunity meet. The idea is very similar to taking a test. You have to build up to it. Most people can't walk into a class, take a test on a subject they've never been exposed to before, and pass it with flying colors. That's just not how it works most of the time. The idea behind the test is to learn the subject matter in depth, and then using that knowledge to succeed when taking the test. The idea can be used for anything. When John Rockefeller was a small boy, his father would leave him and his mother for long, undetermined periods of time. He left the family with money, of course, but over time the money would dry up and they would be using credit, essentially, at the local market. The tab at the market would get so high that over time John's mother was afraid that they would get cut off, not having enough money or the credit to buy the things they needed to survive. The fear of this pushed John's mother to instill in him a zero-waste mentality, never wasting a penny or a usable scrap, really nothing that could be used at all. She preached it to him like it was a religion almost. She also placed on John the burden of being the man of the house. As young as 10, it was his responsibility while his father was away. Being placed with this pressure, he did what he had to do to succeed on their tight budget. This made him a thrifty person, a harsh negotiator, and a very confident, capable young man. Fast forward a few years, and John is already a very successful seller of goods. His timing couldn't have been better. The Civil War was booming, and they required supplies that his company was all too pleased to sell them. Using his accounting skills, his strong attention to every penny, and all the other skills under his belt, he was able to build within a demanding field at an opportune time. Before oil was ever on John Rockefeller's radar, he had already acquired all the skills needed to succeed in business, and did so. When oil was discovered, and it was found that kerosene could be used as a cheap form of light, John was ready. All the past experiences he had formed the exact combination he needed to completely dominate his new industry. At the peak of his wealth, John Rockefeller was worth $340 billion when adjusted for today's inflation. It was equivalent to a whopping 2% of the GDP. In my time reading about John Rockefeller, one thing was apparent. He would have succeeded doing anything in business. Even if oil had never been discovered in John Rockefeller's lifetime, he still would have been a rich man, because that is exactly what his life had trained him and prepared him to do. Preparation is the unspoken and often unseen key to achieving what you've always wanted. It takes more than preparation alone, but being ready when opportunity comes your way is one of the biggest factors of success. While the opportunities coming to you might not be as lucrative as the discovery of oil, there are still many amazing different opportunities available today. Everyone has their own unique skills and their own unique perspective. That makes opportunity look different for everyone. That is exactly why you should be ready when something great comes your way. It's up to you to be ready to seize your moment when it comes. The tools to help us succeed today are plentiful. The ability to obtain information and knowledge is easier than ever before. Information can be had for nearly nothing. With the internet and its endless resources, instructional videos, ebooks, magazines, you've got podcasts, books, instructional television, all kinds of information out there. It all helps you build knowledge. Finding what you need to be prepared has never been easier. No matter what you're trying to do, the tools are out there. But it starts with you and what you're ready for. Just remember that preparation is the key to success and moments of opportunity yet to come. If you like this video, please hit that like button and please subscribe to my channel.